Hey, what's up there, YouTube? Ben here with yet another new video for you guys today. Now today is going to be a quick video going over my latest purchase. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is the Google Pixel XL. I had to get it. You may have been watching my videos in the past. It's been 7 months since my last video, and I am sorry. But I've had a lot of stuff going on with photography, work, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But I think it's time to make that return. The Google Pixel XL is in a league of its own. It may have less features than its competitors in some ways, but that pure Android experience, that it just works factor of the iPhone is now finally here. So, without any further ado, guys, let's take a look at the Google Pixel XL. Alright guys, now I can't stress this enough. I am in love with this phone. I have never had such a smooth Android experience before in my life. As you may have seen in the last part of the video, I have the Nexus 6P and I have the Google Pixel XL. The Nexus 6P was starting to run beautifully on Android 7.0, but on Android 6.0.1 or whatever the hell it was on, it was good, and all Android phones are good. They run well, but they have, when you're rolling or scrolling through your web browser or something like that, going through multiple apps, most of the time it does just work, but then there's that little bit of stag or stutter, or, it's janky. It's just not a very smooth experience, and the phone starts getting hot. And just all of that kind of very annoying stuff. You don't have that issue on the Nexus 6P when it has Android 7.0, but before that, it's definitely present. Out of the box, the Google Pixel XL has been phenomenal. I cannot stress this enough. I've never owned a phone that's been this great, and I've owned a lot of phones. The OG Droid, the Droid 2, Droid 3, Galaxy Nexus, Nexus 5, Nexus 6P, the Note 2, the Note 3, the Note 4, the Note 5. I skipped the Note 6, and the Note 7 is blowing up, so I'm not getting that phone. But I've owned a lot of devices, and those aren't even the other devices. I've had the LG G2, the G3, the G4. Nothing has ever run this smooth. One cool thing is when my apps are all loading up from the Google Play Store among the very first boot, is the phone didn't get hot. The phone didn't start to lag or stutter. When you get home and you're finally on Wi-Fi and all of your apps are now updating all at the same time when your phone kind of gets hot and slows down. It's not present on this Google Pixel. It's seriously crazy. You don't get this type of experience on an Android device yet, unless it is this phone. The only other device you really get that experience is with the iPhone, and I'm not an iPhone fan. I don't like all what you can't do on one, but it just works. Also, the battery life on the Google Pixel XL is phenomenal. Right now, if I go into my battery percentage, I'm at 35% with 9 hours left. Normally, I don't listen to that 9 hours left. But this phone has been so accurate, it's incredible. We go into the battery, go into more settings, and immediately it shows that my screen on time is 4 hours and 20 minutes. That's insane. So basically, that means I'm definitely going to get at least another 2 hours out of this phone. If we go into my Nexus 6P and try to do something similar, cell standby time is at the very top of the list. Screen on time, only 1 hour and 43 minutes. I've barely been using the phone, and it's at 31%. The phone dies pretty fast. On a work day, by 11 o'clock, I have to be on a charger. If not sooner, if I'm looking at video on my Nexus 6P, it just dies. The first hour, a lot of times, it's below 90%. Insane. But this thing just doesn't die. And how long has this been on right now? It might have even said like 17 hours. Yeah, 17 hours of screen on time. Very phenomenal. Now, I'm not an intensive gamer, so I can't really talk about that, but browsing Reddit, going through Instagram, all of that kind of stuff is buttery smooth. It's incredible. The only thing I'm missing with this is that it's nice that it will be unlocked and it will be rooted if it's not already able to do that already. But one thing I don't like about it is I can't get exposed on it. Even if I do have root or an unlocked bootloader, exposed is going to be a while because it's not even on Android 7.0 yet. So that's why I went back from 7.0 on my Nexus 6P back to Android 6.0, because one of my favorite things is SnapRefs. As you can see, I can share anything I want on SnapRefs.
Stoked to the max about it. All right? You guys feeling good?
Yeah. Good.
Dennis, what are you shooting video?
Yeah, man.
All right, well, be careful with that. I might run for office someday. Now, trust me, I think that this...
And it's an amazing feature, and losing that feature and just having to use Snapchat normally sucks. Like, I get to show off my photography, I get to post funny videos on it. It's a big deal to me. But the good news is I'm keeping the Nexus 6P, so I'm still going to be able to do all that stuff. But it's going to be, I kind of have two phones. But I will be leaving this at home, so I'm not going to be dragging it along with me or anything like that. But it is an awesome phone, guys. I definitely recommend it. These are just my first impressions, so I do apologize that this wasn't a super clean video, but that wasn't the purpose of this video. I just wanted to kind of show that I'm back, give you my first thoughts on the device, why I personally love the device. It's the best device I've ever had. It doesn't have waterproofing. If you guys really want that, wait for the second iteration of the device. I think the second one is just going to do everything right. They might have rushed this. I think Wired came out with an article saying they rushed this because of Samsung's, faultiness and wanting to be like, hey, our flagship is, incredible. Don't get the one that blows up. So that may be why they didn't add waterproofing. It is IP53 certified, so it is water and dust resistant. So splashes, people showing videos of leaving the phone, in water for an hour. And it still works perfectly fine, other than maybe a muffled speaker, which is what makes a phone, so that's still not a good thing. But it is nice to know that your phone will likely survive, so you won't have to immediately be without a phone should you drop it in water. And that's, I think, the point. That is about it for this video. Again, I am sorry I disappeared for so long, but expect more content soon, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.